out a letter saying, guess you don't remember me, but I'm the girl that you courted before you ran away to sea. You never even wrote a letter, not even to your mama and dad, but it's too late to write your daddy, and your mama's feeling mighty bad. Won't you come on home, boy, come on home, boy, your mama's all alone since your dad's been gone. Well, come on home, boy, come on home, boy, your mama's mighty blue from missing you.
I remember my grandmother had a the old piano, you see, and I used to love to go at it. Of course, I was only able to reach the keys, and I remember playing "Put Another Nickel in the Nickelodeon." I thought to myself, that's great, I can do that. And I looked at all those keys on the piano, I said, I'd love to know something, if not all, about all those. I'd love to know. And my grandmother used to come over, teach me the keys on the piano. That's how it started off. And then of course the guitar came along, and my Uncle Mick bought a guitar from a catalogue again. And once I got that, it was fantastic, you know. So they'd been into music, I'd be down in the evenings and be practicing, you know. We'd all sit down and have a tune. It was great, you know.
Yeah.
And as I got a little bit better, I was able to join in with them, you know. And they all started there. There were no real outlook, you know, for people, except you were going to take the boat for England and work over there, or maybe work with a farmer, or maybe join the army. And I had the four choices, and music came up, so that's the one I would choose. I think a lot would, you know. And it was very promising at the time, because a lot of bands were professional bands, and they were touring, you know, and all over England and America, every place, you know. So I jumped at that. Of course, it was great, you know. Well, I was about 13 or 14, yeah, when I joined Joe. He advertised for a guitarist. I think it was for a guitarist, yeah. And I saw, they used to advertise bands on the paper at that time, looking for the different people, on the daily paper. And I was here in the house, and my aunt was here, my grand-aunt was here at that time. And I said to her, oh God, there's a grand job on the paper, I want to apply for it. And I hadn't got the ninepence for the phone. I said, could you loan? Now the post office was across the road. That was the only phone in the area. And I said, I'll ring and see, can I make an appointment, do an audition. And I got through to Joe, and he said, oh, come on in, he said, and we'll have a listen, see how we are. And I got my brother to bring me in the car into Joe. And he thought I was very promising, and yes, he said, that'd be nice. Now he said, sure, you know, do you know all your chords? I said, I have a good few. Good few, I said, I know all the keys and stuff like that. I played on the piano for him. But then I used to double on the guitar, play the bass as well, kind of all around, and sing a bit, you know. It was a great chance to get, because all the little hidden dark corners I didn't maybe know, or you know about. Joe introduced me to all this with the guitar and the piano, everything, you know. He was a fantastic musician. Joe used to arrange for the opera companies and everything, all the voices, everything, you know, strings, all the work. And he had his education in London, he knocked. Brilliant man, you know. That's her. Some of it, anyhow. We had a chap playing bass, John Delaney. John was very into music as well, and John kept playing as well, you know. And the two of us ended up a while after with the Galatasaray Cayley band. The two of us. John actually got a job singing in the band, and Pat McGarr was the leader. And he said, God, he said, it might be a good idea to have a guitar. He said, to be nice, maybe we do a bit of country. And John said, I know the man for that, he said. So I was actually off at that time, and John sent for me. He came down to see me, and we went up and I did an audition with the Gallard lesson. They were delighted with the guitar, you know. Oh gosh, they were coming into their own then, you know. country was coming on at the time in an old way, you know, starting in. And even though the Gaelic lads now were a Cayley band, they play for dancing, you know, a dance band. And they toured everywhere, Scotland, America, all over, you know. It was a great opportunity to travel, you know. And I played guitar with them then. Actually, what happened was too, there was another reason, they lost their saxophone player. And the pianist had to get a special ensemble to put on the side of his keyboard. And he used to play the sax part. And his offbeat was missing then, and I used to put that in with the guitar. I said, you know, the offbeat on that, yeah. And when he'd come back in, I'd slacken off a bit then. But then when John would sing or I'd sing, I'd have the country guitar over, you know. So it was grand, it was not. We played pop and everything with the Cayley band. Everything, it was the latest hits, we played them all, you know.
They say that too much water has run under the bridge.
After a while then, I started a little band. There was a little band in Longford town, and they were looking for someone to lead the band, you know, make the arrangements and stuff. So I joined them for a while, and it wasn't really, some of them were from England, they went back, you know, and it kind of fell through. Now Dermot Hegarty was after recording a little single, and it was going well. And he was a solo artist at the time with a keyboard, with an organ. He would play the organ, sing, you know. And he invited me to the Longford Arms one night to his cabaret, come down and play the guitar with him. We had an old chat after. He said, I'm thinking of starting a band. He said, putting a band on the road. Yeah, I said, that'd be nice, yeah, grand, okay. And before I joined the band, we had a place where we used to have all kinds of petrol and batteries and stuff. I was going to kind of go that way, you know what I mean, go into business a bit. But the music was still itchy to play music, you know. And I remember 5 different people that were playing in pubs at that time, and maybe parties or weddings, used to call different times. And I remember being in the same place 5 nights in a row with 5 different acts. Yeah. And the owner of the bar said, God, he said, we're getting to know you very well now. They'd all call for me to go with them, you know. Now Dermot formed the Plainsmen, we all got together and rehearsed well in the Longford Arms, picked out a band. It was very successful, it really went well, yeah. We had, we recorded that 21 years, and it zoomed up the charts. It really went really well, you know, at the time. And that was great, a great time, you know. Now I had a family, and I thought travelling was an awful lot of travelling involved in it. And I remember one time we came home from, I think, America, one night at home and away back to England again for 3 weeks. And the kids, you never see them, you know. It was beginning to be that I was never at home. I thought, I don't want this, you know. And I came back to Wexford, and I played with a couple of lads here, and we were doing well around, you know. And then I went solo for a good few years. And then my daughters, Julie and Patricia, joined me. They started to play. They were with me for about 10 years, you know, taking me up to this old fella I am now. But that's it. They had their boyfriends and got, you know, married, and that was kind of that, you know. But I went solo again. And the keyboard came out, of course, and it was a band on its own again, you know. So it was lovely. And I had all the fittings for it, and away we went. I've been that way up to now. Up to, you know, I retired last year, you know. But I still love the music. I still like to sit down and play a few old tunes, you know. So that's the way it all went, you know. I think there's a time, you know. I know there's a lot of people now, and they're great, you know. They keep going and going, but that's not my way, you know. I think when you come to a certain age, you need to, as they say, smell the roses for a while. You know, you have them forever. You know, you have a few years maybe to enjoy life and lie back and take it easy. Whereas that time, whenever there was a booking, there could be an important thing in the family on, and I'd have to go, you know, and I missed everything. I missed a lot of stuff. You know, this is the problem with that, you know.
Was that
now I'm here to, you know, whatever, you know, and I'm enjoying that, you know, just being free now. You know, I've chosen now at this stage to say, no, I have enough of it, you know, and travelling and stuff like that. I don't want to take it easy now, write a few songs and stuff like that, you know. And I love the old tractor as well, and be out on that, you know. But I love tractors, and I have friends now in the mechanical scene and that, and love to look at see the inside of it and stuff, you know. Had a go at repairing one as well, which didn't work out too well. But a good friend of mine came to my aid, top engineer, Mick McAvoy. He's absolutely brilliant. He has all the gear in his workshop, you know. And I enjoyed that, and we were great friends as well, you know. Have great fun at it. But yeah, I love that whole stuff. And go for walks and stuff like that, you know. That's what I'd like to do. Good old salt mills. Who's that man over there? I'm going for a walk. No autographs today.